Hello there, and welcome to this session, Solving Tactics on ChessTempo.com. Down some material. I think I could get my material back with Bishop h3. Bishop h3, Rook takes h4, Bishop g2 check, King takes g2, Queen takes h4 would get me my material back. Bishop g3, Rook g1. There's Rook f1. Rook takes h4. And okay, that wouldn't get me my material back, huh? Is there any way to do it? Any way to... Well, yeah, okay, there's the super simple bishop f5. Is it super simple? Bishop f5, rook h4, queen h4. Bishop f5, rook h4, queen h4, queen e3. Problem. So bishop... I don't see how I'm getting a checkmate in here. Oh wait, there's queen c1 check. I didn't notice queen c1 check this whole time. So can I get rook h2 working? Rook h2, rook h2, queen c1 check, king g2. Wait, can I get bishop f5? Yeah, bishop f5, and then if rook h4, there's queen c check. So that does get me back my material. Bishop f5 does get me back the exchange. But is there more? I don't think so. I don't think there's more than just winning back the invested material. If I play queen c1 check first, rook g1, and then play, if I play, no, rook g1, my queen's under attack. So no, the best I see is bishop f5. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, pawn down. Black is a pawn down. He won't even have a better pawn structure after the exchanges. I don't see any alternative moves, really. Trying to find something, but I just don't see it. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see anything other than bishop h5. Queen c1 first. What happens if rook g1? Rook takes h2. Oh, and then you come back. Then you come back. You go back with the queen. You go back with the queen. Oh my god. Ah. That's difficult. It is, man. It's difficult. Ah. What an attack. Queen check. And I couldn't see anything after rook g1, rook takes h2. I couldn't see it. Queen check. Rook g1. Rook takes h2. King h2. Queen comes back. Check. Oh, fuck me. Oh boy. White to move, huh? Knight h3 is double check. But knight check. Knight check. King. Knight check. King g7. Knight f7 double check. King g8. Rook e8. Revealed check. Rook f7. Queen h7 mate. Knight check. King h7 check. King h8. Queen h7 mate. King g7 forced. So knight check, king h7, knight check, king g8 forced, rook e8, queen takes e8, queen takes e8, rook f7, queen h7 mate. Knight h7, king g8 directly. There's rook e8 double check, king f7. No, rook e8 double check mate. Check, king g8, rook double check. King h7 forced, knight f8 double check. King h8, queen h7 mate. I wonder if it wants rook f6 to stop rook f7. Rook f6. This way, after queen takes, queen check. Queen h7 check. Wait. Rook e7 check. King takes f7. That was the problem with that. But rook f6, this way if queen takes c4, I'm still going to have queen h7 mate. So rook f6, king h8 is the only square, which leads to queen h7 mates. And even if you take, still queen h7 mates. Okay, good one. Comes with check. So if rook takes, knight check. We'll pick up the exchange. I could just move my king out of the way. Yeah, what if I just moved my king out of the way? That's really funny. Just king h8. And all of a sudden he has to deal with the threat of rook f5. He can't actually take this. And if he plays e4, I can take the knight for free. Pawn takes rook f5. f6 doesn't even work. Because after f6, knight takes e5, if you take on g7 with check and king takes, the pawn is still pinning the king to the queen. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. King h8. Is king h7 better? That way there's no pawn takes with check. King h7. First of all, I don't think it matters, but king h7, queen e4, knight takes, revealed check. But he can't take because of f1. The pin on the king. Still, king h8 feels like a much more comfortable square. King h8, f6, knight takes. Pawn takes g7. Huh. Okay, c6 I guess works too. But why doesn't king h8 work? If he moves his king? Okay, if he moves his king. Then that kind of solves his problems, huh? All I do is win f5. An alternative was knight c2. to get the knight out of there, and then, oh well. Bishop check first. Is there a threat here? Knight f6 or something? One second. Yeah. Sorry. Uh, one of my friends. I live in a villa with one of my friends, and they have the laundry machine upstairs. Okay, there's knight takes c5 here. Knight f6 doesn't really seem to work, but I mean, it is dangerous. There's no doubt about that. So should I do bishop checks? That way knight f6 is off the cards. This way bishop check, king h1, and now if knight f6, king takes f6, rook takes f6, there's going to be queen d1 with mate. That could win me the time that I need to promote the a-pawn. So check, king h1, then what am I doing with my rook? Rook d8, rook d8, queen e7. Then how am I defending? I don't think I can. I would have to play like rook c8. And now all of a sudden rook f8 is a threat. As a matter of fact, rook f8 would be mate. So after rook d8, the threat is... So if rook d8, queen e7, bishop check. So rook d8 is a horrible move in this position. Horrible. Rook d8 is like the worst move I could play. Still not clear to me what I should play though, you know? I don't think that, so like in retrospect, it doesn't seem like I should be giving up the f8 square. Because that's very important to keeping my position together and stopping mate threats. What I could do is I could play rook d8, queen e7, rook takes d7, queen takes d7, a3. Rook a1, a2. Threatening queen b1 check. I mean, I'm also controlling the long diagonal. Just taking this off feels perfectly safe and fine. especially with me under control, with this long diagonal under control. And a1 secured by the bishop. Rook d8, queen e7. Well, the problem with rook d8 is knight takes c5, yeah? Rook d8, knight takes c5. Bishop check picks up the knight. Okay. So no. No, rook d8, the flaw is not knight c5. Or wait, rook d8, knight c5, bishop check, queen takes bishop, and if rook takes bishop, there's knight takes b3, but then pawn takes b3. But still, in that position, I've lost a pawn. I'll probably get it back, but it seems unnecessary. So I don't like rook d8, rook b7. I need to take care of the c5 pawn. So rook c7, or I'm sorry, rook c8 feels like the move. In the end. Unless I think that his threats are so insurmountable that I should just give up the pawn. Rook d8, knight takes, bishop check, queen takes, rook takes, knight takes b3, pawn takes b3. And I do have the outside passer, but it's going to be very difficult to win that with rooks on the board. Fuck, I'm tired. I don't get it really. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. I don't see the secret meaning behind the problem. I'm missing it. Okay, yeah, there it is. I missed the secret meaning. So the idea is rook f7, rook b1 mates, and then the fork on the rook and the knight. Yeah, I couldn't see that. Couldn't see it. It wasn't even on my radar. I was thinking about back rank threats, but this was not an idea that I had. People are saying queen b1, but this is a bad move. Queen b1. After the bishop check. Queen b1. You have queen back, no? You also have the queen check. Now, people are saying that this is the move, but this is definitely not the move. Bishop check, yeah. Shame. Shame. White to move. If I promote, rook e8, a2. I definitely can't just promote directly. But rook e8, h2, rook takes. Wait, what if I took. What if I took here first? But the rook would take with check. The rook would take with check. Rook takes check. Is that such a big deal? Can I just give that to him? Can I play king d4? Rook g1. Rook e4. I'm sorry, king e4. h2. Rook h7. King c7. And everything's equal. Sad. So rook e8, h2, rook takes g8, h1 queens, d8 queens. Rook e8, h2, d8 queens. Rook e8, h2, d8 queens. Rook takes e8. Queen d6. Stopping queening. Rook e8, h2, d8 queens, h1 queens. There's got to be a mate there. Queen d6 check. There's going to be a mate there. So rook e8, takes. Now takes, and now h2. Takes h2, rook h8. g2, bishop takes h2. Rook takes h2, h8, g2, bishop takes h2. Rook g8, h2, rook g8, king takes c7. How do I stop the pawns? Rook e8, h2, rook g8, how do I stop the pawns? Can I? Can I stop them? After rook g8, I don't think it's possible to stop them. Rook g8, h2. Rook h8 is forced. No? Then after king takes c7, I can't stop g2, g1 queens. Bishop takes, rook check, king anywhere, then king takes e8. That's a total loss. If I play rook e2, g2 should win, as well as king takes c7. Is there some sort of check trick? Rook check, rook g8, rook g8, h2. Wait a second. Ah, yes. Rook g8, h2, rook g7 check, protecting the bishop. Then rook h7. And now if g1, rook h2. Holy shit. That is very nuanced. Very, very nuanced. That's really nice. That's really nice. I didn't get it from the beginning, which is really sad. I didn't get it from the start of that problem. I didn't figure it out until this. My first line, the first line in my head was this. This is what was I thinking originally? Okay, so rook takes, pawn takes queens. This is an easy win. I was thinking pawn, and then I was thinking h2 anyways. Then I was thinking queens. And if h1 queens, there's going to be mates. There's also queen a8 picking up on h1. But easier is just finding the mates. Something like this. But yeah, this line, the book line, was not something that I had considered. Very, very cool. Very good problem. That's going to be the last one for this session. It's a 30-minute video, so that's more than enough time. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you learned as much as I did today. Until the next time, good luck and the best of luck on your chess journey. Bye-bye.